Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Well, I've been waiting for this stuff to come. It is the Prime Day stuff that I ordered. A lot of you know that because I was moving and everything, I didn't buy a lot of stuff during that time. So, Prime Day, of course, was yesterday. So, we got some coloring stuff, some other stuff here that I got. Some of it's coloring related, but I'll do the first thing I'll do is put the book that isn't coloring related first because a lot of you know my health took a big setback. That's coloring. So it's Prime Day, and if you could find the deal. So it's all my Prime Day stuff today. So the first thing that came, as some of you know, mhm, I didn't set this up at all. It just was like, ah. So a lot of you know this didn't come. A lot of you know that there were things that happened. Hello to the one person in chat. A lot of you know that my health took a big, well, we can call it what it was. It took a setback, a big setback. I talked about it a little bit in my, well, when I came back to stream. So I bought this. It's called a low sodium cookbook for beginners. Now I like to eat. I like to have fun. I like to, I really like to eat. But the thing is that I have to be mindful when I go to the store. I look at the labels. When I go to the grocery stores, doesn't matter which one it is, Trader Joe's, Aldi's, Stater Brothers. Up here, around where I now am living, there's a grocery store called Stater Brothers. I had never heard of it, and it's really nice. I went there I think a few days ago with my mother. Today, me and my mother walked around our village a little bit. Then we took the bus to Aldi's to get some food for the weekend and things like that, so we could, cook because the bus that takes you from where we live is not going to be running on the weekends on Saturday and Sunday. So what we do here is this is a low sodium cookbook, and it wasn't that expensive, but um, this talks about your health. It gives you food labels. It talks to you about grocery shopping. It talks to you about this. It gives you also a 4-week guide here. What you can eat, what you shouldn't eat, how you should eat. This is going to be, my mother has a big fat cooking book called The Joy of Coloring. And so, we've modified the recipes over the years, but sometimes, you want to cook something. You're like, well, how do you cook this? How do you cook that? A lot of things had to change. And so one of the things I wanted to get was a cookbook to help me figure out what's important to cook, what's not important to cook. Like these are ideas, like they give you they give you a lot of categories in here. So a lot of the categories are, they give you sodium in your health. They give you meats you can eat, fish you can eat, desserts. They give you the recipes, they give you soups you can have. Yes, there are low sodium soups. They give you salads. They give you tips about dining out. This is important for my health and nothing else. So that was one of the first things I got during Prime Day. So it is the second thing we got for Prime Day. Now this is an 80 set of markers. So what I'm gonna do when I finish out this bag, oh come on. When I finish these markers, what I'm going to do with this bag is I'm going to use it for my Copic refills and put my Copic refills in here. And then these are Memoffice, so they give me this lovely little cover with it, which is nice. I like these things. And then they give me the Memoffice color chart. So we will have to do that. So they give you the color markers there. Sometimes they do that. So what these are is 80 markers. No, I'm not showing off. I'm just happy. These were about $20 on Prime Day. These are Memoffice 80 markers. Now, a lot of you go, well, why did you get them if you have Copics? I go, well, because they were on sale and they were $20, 80 cents. Basically, $20, 80 markers. And they were a really good deal. I think for 80 markers for $20 is a great deal. Hello to the 4 people. Please say hello so I can talk to you. So you see all these colors? They have all these colors here. So you got to put them in number order, which is kind of annoying to put them in number order. Like I always like to put them in number order. So here, like 2 is old red, right? 4 is vivid red. So you know that they always have this with the marker. I'm seeing that there's a color chart in here. Sometimes they give you a color chart and sometimes they do not. So that is that. Then I got, because I don't have tabbies, this is like, I think, I forget how many there are, but I did list them down there. So I think they told me these are Golcella. These are like little tabbies. You put them on your book so you can remember what you color, because I can't find a whole lot of my tabbies. I don't know where they went. Some books have them, some books do not have them. So I want to keep track of what I'm coloring. So these were a great deal overall. And of course, a lot of you know that I didn't get these when they first came out because, you know, you already moved. Yeah, I had to do this. So these are the new Black Widows. These are the next set. This is the 36. I should have taken the plastic off. These just came in, guys. These are the 36 new Black Widows. These are the Dragon set. I haven't even swatched these or done this yet. So you see them? I will take my little unicorn scissors. Little unicorn. My mother saw these today because we were trying to open, when we came back from the supermarket today. We were trying to open up the ketchup, you know, like try to get the ketchup, and we couldn't get the ketchup open. It was like the funniest thing. Like here I am trying to do sign two grown women who can't get the thing done. So, you know, these are the things I bought. These were like $22. So they said they were like 20% off. So I don't know if that was a good deal or not. Oh, I forget these sometimes smell. You know, when you first get new pencils, they have that like odor to them. I did put links down to everything that I bought and purchased, so I am an affiliate. So if anybody's wondering, I don't see the chat, so I don't know what's going on. Can someone say hello so I can see if the chat is actually working? So you get these colors, right? And then you get these colors as well. So what happens with my thing in there is, I think these are where I keep my Black Widows. See, I keep all my Black Widows. The other day I was sharpening my Black Widows. And I lost the pencil somewhere in between the couch. So when I was coloring Mythographic, one of the Mythographic books. So as you can see, I keep all the pencils, all my Black Widow pencils in this case here. So they're gonna go probably in here. I probably have just enough slots to fit this in there. And then the final thing, which is a book that I've been wanting like for so very long, guys. You guys all know that I've been wanting this book. And I got it. Even though I don't really need any more books, coloring books. The final thing that came. Hi, Kim. Did you see what my other stuff is? Kim, what is this? This is Mythic World, if anybody's wondering. Yes, I got Mythic World. Yes, we got Mythic World. We got a Kerby book. Yes, I know, right? It wasn't a lot, but I needed some of this, you know. A lot of people will be like, well, you don't really need the book. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. It just happens to be that I wanted this book for like a long time, and I couldn't get it because, you know, I was moving, and then, you know, the things that happened. Kim, I just like the snake in the water. I don't know what this is. Some of you know that I love mythical stuff, and I love fantasy stuff. So this book is kind of right up my alley. Gotta figure out what we want to color first in this book. I kind of have an idea what I want to color first in this book, but this book takes, to me, I always think that when I see this, I think Lord of the Rings or Gulliver's Travel. I didn't get that one. You didn't get this Kerby book? See, I like this too. There's some really nice pictures in here. You can do some nice stuff. The only thing about Kerby's books is I wish that they wouldn't go in like the middle of the book, which makes it really hard for me to color. I know. So I was hoping to get my Color in Heaven magazines. Really? I think it depends on what you want to do with the book, Like different people have different ideas of what they want to do with their books. To me, each of the books is different. You can make it as bright or as dark as you want. To me, Kerby's books are always a bit of a challenge to do. See, I like that. See, this one is Medusa in a squirrel thingy. So I thought that was awesome. Let's see what colors they gave us in this new set. Give us any greens in this set? Well, we can always try the new, let's try the new book, the new pencils. If you guys want me to use my markers, find something that's different. Let's find something that's going to be nice. Oh, you don't like skulls? I don't mind skulls, actually, as much as I used to mind them. This might be too dark for me. But that's okay, because I like different things, Everybody likes something different. Trying to find something that's... I was going to do Medusa, but now that I see some of the pictures in it, I want to do other things. I also last night, I think I'll do this one. We'll do the nature one. I like this one. I'm not really sure what this one is. I'll tell you what it is. They tell you what each of these is. So I'm not really sure what page this is. What page is this? This is page 56. See, there's an index that tells you what they are. 56 is the Alicants and the Gamuin, which is from Russian mythology. It is an Aztecs and German are powerful spirits from Slavic and Old Russian folklore. They are described as having the heads of beautiful women, the bodies of birds, and hypnotic singing words. Alcanas is the bird of dawn. She rules the winds and weather and lives in her underworld. Her singing voice brings joy to good souls and pain to evil ones. She lays her eggs on the beach and then rolls them into the sea, which she ensures is gentle and calm. When the eggs hatch, thunderstorms break out and the waters become too rough. Gammon is a symbol of wisdom and knowledge. She delivers prophecy and divine messages from the gods and lives in the mythical east close to paradise. That is what this one is, guys. So remember that. See, the thing with Kerby's books is I always have to press them down a little bit when I first get them because they always are like that. I don't know why his books are hard for me to color, but his books are really hard for me to color at first. And so this one is Grass Blade. This is DG44. This is the new Dragon set from Black Widow. So I was really happy about this. Well, now this is why I like Kerby's. I didn't even know what all this was. But you see, on his books, he has a little thing called 56 and 57. So you can look in the index and get the code. So I'm really happy to get new markers. They just supplement my Copics, really, you know. I'm really happy to get these pencils. I've wanted these pencils for a while, but I just was like, you know, I was moving and I didn't want to get new sets. You know, I think I gave away my Myra Rembrandts because I can't find the beige cover. You know, I knew what all my pencils came in, so I don't know if I gave them away or not. But, you know, if I gave them away, so be it. This is because this is also a new setup. See, I have these little unicorn scissors, but I have to put these away because don't put them away. You're going to cut somebody. I don't want anybody being cut. So when I get a chance, I'm going to put all these new pencils in the new thing. And I tell you, you know, when you get new pencils, does anybody ever have that odor from them? Who here knows what I'm talking about when I say odor to them? These are a nice green. This is a nice green. No, I always like Black Widows. You know, I will tell anybody, if you can't afford Prismas, and you can't afford the more expensive sets, I highly recommend like things like Starjoy, Black Widows. They work just as well as some of the other higher end pencils. But, you know, me, there's something about, like if I get a Prisma, you know, someone was asking me, what would I rate the Prisma 1 to 10? And I had to give it a 7. Now, the reason why I give it a 7 instead of giving it an 8 or 9, like I would give the Holbeins a very big 9. The only thing that detracts me from the Holbeins is the price. That's why they get a 9. Otherwise, they're a perfect pencil. You see, these are nice. You know, I like them. If you want, and I don't finish this, which I probably will not, we will probably do this again in another day, but I want, you know, I did put down the links down to all the stuff in there. You know, the cookbook was there just for my, you know, that's for my well-being. I'm really happy I got my tabbies. The tabbies are important because, you know, when we do those, when I do the finished pages thing, you guys all know this. This is a mythology book, and you guys know that I love mythology. I don't know why I always have a problem when I first get a Kerby book that it doesn't come down. But eventually the books lay flat. I have to have my sticky tab so when I finish the month's pages, I know how many I did in each book. There's some books that I just love them. You know, I'm starting to love the cute and creepy book. You know, I did give away a lot of my books. And it wasn't a personal thing to get rid of my books. It was more like, what do I really want to keep going forward? What do I not want to keep? No, and I saw that Color in Heaven and Nennis Guerrero one, the new one. Oh my God, that one is just spectacularly pretty. You know, I've missed out on a lot of books, but I'm okay with that because you know what? Less books means more time to do it, and it's more a focused collection rather than oh, I must have this, I must have this. I don't want to get into that mentality again, that I have to have every book in creation. I don't have to have every book in creation, you know? And this one is also part of Russian mythology, so we'll probably make it very similar colors, you know? Like sometimes I like to do two page when I do Kerby and I see two pages together, I want to do them together because they're just pretty pages. I know, I saw these and these were just too good to pass up. And this is like 3 orders in one. I think it's more about, you know, for me, it wasn't about, well, how many books can I actually have and fit? I think I should have gotten, actually, now that I look back at it, I should have given away even more. But, you know, there was my Japanese books, then there was this illustrator. You know what I mean, Kim. And a lot of you know that I actually now have a second copy because a long time ago when I started, you know, my first book was Secret Garden by Johanna Basket. So I bought it again because I want to see what I can do with it the second time around. Now that I'm a more thing, and I'm realizing I don't have to have every book by every artist. I don't even have to keep some of my finished books. To me, it's more about space consumption, conserving space, making the house look nice. You know, I want to, you know, now that I'm going forward again, I'm coloring again, this is only a temporary thing until we get a more permanent space. And then, you know, probably after a year, you know, they say it takes about a year to get used to it. I'm also trying to get a job. You can't go indefinitely without working. Then I'm waiting to see what comes out of San Diego Comic-Con and the Marvel panel because I have some comics and they might be worth some money. You know, once certain things get revealed, you get to see it. And then the comic books become worth more money after San Diego Comic-Con. So we'll see if that happens. You know, once I start working, the schedule will change. You know, right now we're just doing it. You know, I'm only streaming when I want to stream rather than when I don't want to stream. If I don't want to stream a day, that's my choice. You know, I don't have to stream every day if I don't want to, you know, and then, you know, we're also learning this place, how to get around. And, you know, here, getting around without a car can be a little bit difficult. So me and my mother yesterday took the OC bus. That's the bus in Orange County. It's the bus outside the community. But what happens is the bus in this community, because it is a gated community, just so anybody who's wondering, I'm not really sure what colors I'm going to do her hair, but right now we're just doing the nature stuff. And I'll tell you, someone asked me, what is the best pencil sharpener in your mind? In my mind, the best pencil sharpener, hand crank wise, is my Swordfish. Someone asked me, what is the best cheap sharpener? The best little cheap sharpener is one with something like this. The best hand sharpener that I don't have right now on me is the M&R. Yes, it was actually very easy to get the bus. There's different stops, so different places you can get out in the community. So we're learning that too. And then I learned that you can pay for the OC bus through your phone. There's an app that you pay for through the bus. So you can pay cash or you can pay through your card. And paying through your card is much more convenient because they have two options when you pay for a single ride or you pay for an all-day pass, like what I did in New York for MetroCard. I'm surprised Miss Michelle is not with us, but she's probably eating dinner. Yeah, they changed the way, you know, when I logged into my associates account, I was trying to make the links and realized that they changed the way it all works now. So I'm like, oh. So now I got to learn a new way to do the links, and I was like, oh, and I figured it out. But it was like, so now you're seeing links from the previous videos. So now I'm really happy that I was able to do that. I did watch last night. I watched the new Resident Evil series, the first episode, just to get like an understanding of it. And it was actually really good, the first episode of the new Resident Evil. I'm looking forward to Cobra Kai. And Cobra Kai, the new season of Virgin River. There's a new series called Resident Evil. Yes, it's based on the games, like the Mila Jovovich movies, but this is following new characters. So Netflix has a lot of different stuff. I did watch some episodes of Umbrella Academy, which I really liked. Who here saw the first episode of season 3 with the dance off? I really enjoyed that. I thought that was so much fun to watch that dance off. Someone asked me, well, I can't sharpen my Black Widows. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong with my Black Widows. Why they don't sharpen? I was like, oh, Lord. So this will be probably the last set that I fit into this pencil case for the Black Widow. So I'm like, oh. So when you sharpen the pencil with the Black Widow, see, here's how you do it. I use it to sharpen my Black Widows and my Christmas. And I get less breakage in them when I use this one. I don't get as much breakage when I get a lot more breakage when I use any other sharpener. I don't know why. This tends to work really well for the thinner pencils. The thicker pencils, I have to use a different sharpener. I think the reason is that some pencils but you see how nice and sharp this sharpens? Now, if you get the Afman, it sharpens them really long. I don't like them that long. And I've tried other sharpeners, but I still like my Swordfish. I think the reason why I like my Swordfish is because it's easy to fix if something goes wrong with it. Now I'm going to do some brown. Let's see if there's brown in this set. Fire red. See, they always have different names for them. Because I didn't put these away before I handed them. You guys get these right as I get them. Brown brick. Someone asked me, what are the best pencils? And I go, well, that's really hard because everybody, really, I don't like my Afmat as much. I guess it's preference on how long you want the pencils. I like them sharp, but I don't like them to the point where they take up half the pencil. I can eat them. You know, I did like, true. I think you can adjust the point from this one too. I just haven't figured out how to adjust the point. So you see how nice everything is with this coloring. I really like the Black Widows. A lot of people say they don't like the Black Widows because they can't use them or they break on them. The truth is, with the Black Widows, you just have to be careful how hard you press with them. Like Prismas. But unlike Prismas, the Black Widows are a little less money. They work better. These are the dragons. I'm really liking the dragon colors. And I think mine has a dial on it. Yeah, this has a dial on it too, right? Mine didn't have a dial, my AFNet. I got one of the original AFNets. So I don't think mine had an adjustment on it. What's the other sharpener that has an adjustment on it? Oh, the Tagal. I have that. Who likes this brown? This brown is called, what is this called? Brown brick. The deals were too good on Prime for me to get those markers, so those markers will probably be used in another stream on a grayscale. Like Kim? I feel like Kim is the only one talking here to me. I'm glad I have someone to talk to, Kim. I think, right around 6 we'll end the stream. No matter where we get, we'll end the stream around 6. I might continue coloring this off stream because, knowing me, I like to color the nature stuff. And what I need to do is put something on this to keep this from. This is difficult because it's a brand new book. When you get the brand new books, they don't always press the right way. Sometimes I'll alter my position when I color because then it's easier for me to color. I do love pretty books. One of the books I want to finish this year is Fairy Tales by Emily Oldbrook. I've had it for so many years. Oh, what is the book? What is the name of the book you're coloring from, Kim? I always like to know what people get. Even if they're not streamers, I always like to know what people are coloring in. But I like Black Widows because they're always coming out with new sets. They're always coming out with new colors. And sometimes those colors, just blend very well. I don't know how they keep coming out with colors without repeating them. Like each set is so different from the previous set. Someone asked me if I ran out of a set, would I go out and buy that set again? Absolutely. Sent it to your Instagram. Okay. Thank you. I love Instagram. I'll look later, Kim, but I'm sure you get very nice books too, Kim. So, you know, now we'll go back to the green. I think what I'm going to do is do her hair. Like, I think I'm going to make her yellow. I don't know why, but I'm thinking yellow. Or gold color, kind of. You know, sometimes I like a more harder book. Sometimes I like an easier book. Depends on what I'm feeling that day. Because we all know that some of us are what you call mood colorists. I'm probably going to color the trees and leaves today. And then we'll color the other stuff outside of it. I was always taught you color the center first. You know, I always color the center first, but today I'm doing something called coloring outside the center. You know, I didn't even look at what the goddesses look like. I just picked a picture that I thought looked really interesting. You know. Okay. Let me go look at my Instagram. I can get it on the computer. Let me go look at my Instagram. Yes, let's see what Kim sent me. Look at what Kim sent me now. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. Anxiety relief coloring book for adults. Oh, I like the way you set that up with your thing. That's nice, actually. Your bookshelf's really nice, Kim. I like that. You have a really pretty taste in your bookshelves. Color the leaves. We have to remember what colors we use sometimes. Sometimes I don't go back to a book. No, I picked a few books here, and then, you know, from there I just color from them, and then I put them back in. I do have a few books that I think I want to finish. I think I want to finish one Hannah Carlson book at least. I don't think I'm going to keep my Hannah Carlsons because they just take up a lot of room. But I will keep my Clara Makova books. I haven't figured out what I'm keeping. I know I'm keeping my Clara Makova books once I finish them. Just because they're too nice. And I have a lot of fun with them. You see how the green is just so complimentary? I'm thinking I want to make her hair red or yellow. I don't know why, but I want to make it yellow. I want to make it just yellowish. I use my sticky tabs just to remember things. Hey, here, yellow. No yellow. And then later on, you know, when we get to the picture again, I can always put gel pens in later on. We can always do the finer details with gel pens. Well, some people do a really good job with all those gel pens. I'm always impressed when they do the gel pens so nicely, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Don't know how to do that. Serpent. You know, you always like to see what colors you can do and get away with. I'll do that eventually. I think I'll do that at the end of the year. You know, I'll do that at the end of the year when everything is organized. And you have to remember, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. I always like to see what I do. What is Shiraz? There's some interesting colors here that I've never seen. This is called Threat. And that's like a really pretty. Like for these final details, I think I'm going to put in the gel pens later on. I might do that off stream. I might not do that on the stream. So I might do that off stream. Do the gel pen work. Of course, that's what you meant. So who likes the dragon pencils? I do. These are different pencils than the ones before. Where did I put the pencils? I always love doing. Kerby's books are really hard for me to do because I see how the black pencil. So, but if you know how to handle, you know, someone said to me, "Well, I don't like these pencils because they don't work for me." I go, "What doesn't work for you on these pencils?" And go. I go and said that to the person who asked that to me. They didn't like what I did because I made the pencils look too light, too easy to do. But I'm like, you know, it depends on how you work with them. Like some people really do like great shading, and I'm like, And they can do like multiple layers and things like that. And I don't find them paper picky pencils. I actually work with a lot of my books on them. I'm finding that like on the mythographic books, they work really well in the mythographic books. I haven't yet tried them in Secret Garden yet, but they work well in my other Johanna Basket books. My Circle of Life book is back in New York. I got sick and then I had to leave them in New York with my uncle because things had happened. So there are a few things that are in New York still, but don't worry, they'll come eventually back. You know, I got to change my driver's license, my non-driver's ID too. These are pretty. I love paper. I love looking at different papers and different brands and seeing what you can do with them. I say to myself, I'm going to do one side, and then after I'm done that side, then I'll do the other side. You know, my whole thing is try and remember what colors you used. Sometimes the streams are good for me for that one reason. You know, I like pencils. I also love markers, but markers require a little bit more patience. Like markers are, I think, in some ways a little bit easier than pencils. I think pencils are a little bit harder to learn, but you know, I went from being a pencil girl to a marker girl. Now I like to use both. Sometimes markers dry up. You can use the pencils to fix the base, fix colors. See, that's what's good about some of the things you can do with pencils. See, nice and sharp and pointy. You know, I used to be like, it doesn't matter if the pencil's short. And I would get called the pencil criminal by some other pencil people. So I was like, eh. See how bright that is looking now? Now that you see the picture, what I'm doing, it starts to become clearer, you know. Other people go, oh, that's not a good picture for you. But I've wanted Mythic World. I've wanted the pictures in this. We all know that I like a challenge. I was surprised I didn't get my mail today. I got this today. I was like waiting for this. And that's not my blender. These were too good of, they were $22, these pencils. You know, I've owned every other set of Black Widows. Who here has owned every set of Black Widows besides Kim and me? And I heard there's another set coming. So I'm like, I'll probably just fit this set in. Because let's see. Kim, correct me if I'm wrong. There's the first three sets: Black Widow, Cobra, Scorpion, the Skin Tone Light, the Skin Tone Dark. What else was there? Monarch now? I think those were the pastels, right? right? The pastels and the dragons, right? Yes, monarch. And now the dragons. So I have them all. If you don't finish this today, that's okay. I don't have to finish everything all the time. No, my mother, after we went shopping, we went out and we had lunch, which was nice. I have the skin tones. They're actually very good. I tell people, if you can get a set of Black Widows, I highly recommend the skin tones. Because some people are like, well, I can't do skin well. I go, get Black Widows. They're affordable, they're cheap. And they have light skin tones, dark skin tones, and they're good stuff for you. Like if you don't want to learn on the Prisma, but some people say they don't like Prismas because they break easily. Here's the truth. If you don't have a good sharpener when you're using your Prismas, you will have more breakage. So if I was to recommend skin tones, I would recommend getting the Black Widows, just so you can get some practice with them. They're going to teach you how to blend, how to layer, how to shade if you want to learn that way. No, some people ask me, how you color leaves? Now, some people love coloring leaves. I don't mind leaves. Because, when you color flowers, you're going to color a lot of leaves. I'll tell you honest to God, I love my Prismas for skin. Prismas are great for skin. So are Holbeins. Believe it or not, Holbeins are great for skin. In my opinion, Prismas, Holbeins, Black Widows are the 3 best sets for skin. You can do it with others, but they're not as good. Pablos are okay. You can do it with Pablos, but there's some sets I wouldn't recommend doing it. Like, if you have the irritants, you can't do skin tone with them. I mean, you can, but it's more difficult. Prismas are good for skin because you can layer them, you can blend them. Because this is the first page I choose to do. I choose to do a double page spread. Right? I used to find doing skin. I used to be terrified of doing skin at first. Because, I came from a nature. Like, I loved coloring nature and things like that. Well, if it goes on the other page, I don't care, because that can always be layered over. I think we're doing pretty well here. Like you can tell now, the colors are starting to. I want to finish doing the leaves at least, you know? And I say it's okay to have bleed through if you go like this and then see residue. That can always be covered up when you work with pencils, even markers that can be covered up to a point, but just don't go overboard. I really like this one. There's a C one I really want to do, but I'm going to probably do that off. Yeah, Prisma's are awesome skin. Who here has Prismas and loves them besides Kim? How are we going to do the wings gold? There's a gold color in here that we haven't used yet. I think it's the first time I've seen gold in this, in any of the Black Widows. Look at those colors. I really like this dragon set. I think this may be the best color set. This brown is really good. You know, I wish they would sell the Black Widows individually so you could just buy them like everything else instead of having to buy whole sets. If you lose one pencil. So I'm really happy about that. And then I got like a little stamp for my computer, but guess what? It was too small. So I'm like really upset about that being too small. So that's why I didn't show it. I should have gotten a light pad, but right now I'm not doing diamond painting. And I did buy two. I bought the gold dragon and I bought a nature scene the last time there was a sale on Diamond Art Club. That I think was their big anniversary special. So yeah, I did buy those, but I'll do that another time when we're more established. Doing diamond painting right now is not practical. See how nice that came out? Now we'll finish doing leaves. Isn't it funny? They always need something, hubbies, when you're in the middle of something. Oh, someone needs something, you know? I need this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. You know, it was like weird to live. You know, I will say living with my brother was very interesting and his kids. But, you know, I felt like I didn't have my own space to breathe. Like, you know, it's difficult when you're living in someone else's space. You know, that's the thing that's difficult. And that came out nice. I like that. But now we got all the leaves done. That's really good. That down there. I think there's gold here. Yeah, there's a gold color here, which I'm really curious what this color is. Cardboard. But it looks like a gold color to me. Doesn't that look like a gold, like a copper or metallic color to you? That's probably a metallic color. That's an interesting color. I guess you get used to each other's moods and learn to read each other. This will color this gold too. You know, I love the colors in this. Except they really are just very vibrant. They work very well in this book, actually. At least you think you do. And yes, I am watching Stranger Things at long last, Kim. Like, I love horror stuff. I love, you know, I like the horror stuff. That's not to mean like I love everything horror. You know, I'm also looking forward to the new season of Bridge and River. Like, I binge a lot of things. I finished watching Miss Marvel. I really liked Miss Marvel. A lot of people said they didn't like it, but to be truthful, I really did like it. Well, you know, we do this side first, and then we'll do the next side another time, you know. I gotta figure out what color I want to do the other wing. You know, I did watch that. I'm only up to season, I think I'm in the middle of season 3. You know, I love Beth. I think Beth Dutton is just a great character. I really dislike Jamie in a lot of ways. I think he's a weaker character. I like the other son more. The one that's married to Monica. I love Kevin Costner in there. I think he's fantastic in it. You know, my brother tried out for a part in that. Yeah, he did. Orange petal. These are new colors, so remember that. Mhm. I don't know why yet, so I'm not up. I'm probably not up to speed yet on that. So don't spoil that for me. You know, I still have to catch up. I think the girl who plays Beth is she's amazing in that role. They do some things that I never thought I would see. Like I never thought I would see Beth be beat into a pulp like that. You know, I think these are interesting colors. Black Widows work on a lot of paper, guys, so don't think they don't. No, and also remember, guys, I'm on California time now. I'm not on like New York time. Probably after the wings, stop doing this picture, and then I'll start putting this stuff away. But I've really wanted this book, like for a long time. I've wanted this book. Casey, I love Casey. I love the son that they have. I love Rip to pieces. And I even like, what's his little name? He does all these crazy things. I know, right? What's his name that I really like him, but he always gets into like messes and makes them worse. Oh, but he's not part of the family, but he works with the other cowboys, and he got branded. Oh, what's his name? Jimmy, I think his name is. I really love Sweet Little Jimmy on the show. I think he's such a sweet character. And later on, I'm gonna have to help my mother reorganize some of the shelves in there. So Jimmy's a great character in his own right. I'm like, Jimmy, how do you get into these messes? Can you do that? This is called White Rust. Yeah, I'm at the point where he got a new girlfriend. Remember, I'm in the middle of season 3. I haven't found out what caused the friction between Jamie and that yet. Though someone said to me it's a doozy. And once you understand it with Beth, you understand her character completely and why she's the way she is. It looks like an orange. Because she is surprised to find out that I watch Yellowstone. Sundown. Ooh, that is nice. Look at that color. Does he really? Or was he just misunderstood? Remember, he has a baby on the way, too. They never addressed that. I think I just have the skin to do and then the little stuff in there. So I'm going to do that with gel pen off camera. I don't think I'm going to give them backgrounds because with Kerby's books, I always feel like you get so much stuff out of it. You know, I'll probably do the rest of this off camera and do it with gel pen when I finish it because I think it needs the gel pen. We will have to do skin tone at some point. I think because we've been streaming for almost a little bit more than an hour now. I just want to finish the wings. We did this with Black Widow pencils. Remember that, guys. This has kind of become my office space in a way. So tomorrow we might, if I do anything tomorrow, I might just do a grayscale with markers again. Maybe I'll take out that, what is it? I have a horror book somewhere here. I think it's on my sheets, some horror book. And maybe we'll do something in fairy tales again. I don't know. So I think this is where we're going to end the stream, guys. So thank you guys so much for coming. And thank you, Kim, for talking to me. You made the stream so much more pleasant. So this is where we're going to end the stream because I'm going to put these pencils away. So thank you guys so much. And this is what we did today with the Kerby book. Which one? There's several books by Maria Trolle. I'm not sure which one. Moon Valley? Was it Moon Valley? No, I did not get Moon Valley. I didn't even get the City in the Stars one yet. But I want to finish some books before I get those. You know what I mean? No, I did not get Moon Valley. I just have so many Maria Trolls and I have limited space. So I've got to be careful what I pick, you know. So who thinks this one is one of, this is what we did. So I'm going to try and finish it with gel pens because it'll work better. So, you know, it looks nice, but you know, I think a lot of the pictures are the same as the other one. Truthfully tell you the truth, you know, the book looks very similar to the last one that she put out. So I'm like, you know, that's the truth about that book. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know I have, and happy coloring, everybody. I hope you all have enjoyed this. Remember, this isn't a finished picture because I haven't done the face. I haven't done all this little gel work here. This is going to require me to use gel pens instead because the work is so much more detailed. So I hope everybody has a good night and everybody stay safe, stay healthy, drink water, wear your mask when appropriate, and everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Bye, everybody.